TICE News. Today I have with me Dr. Rashmi Saluja. She is the Chairperson of Religare Enterprise. I'll be asking her about the recently happened partnership between NASSCOM CoE and Religare. So, how this partnership with NASSCOM will really help the industry? If you can just put some light on the partnership.
NASSCOM is actually doing a fantastic job by innovating technology, getting into AI and other related fields for industry. And this industrial requirement is actually very time and cost effective if we are doing it and promoting the Indian innovators and the startups. And that is what NASSCOM actually gives strength towards it. So we have actually partnered with NASSCOM for giving the requirement based on our business development, and our regulatory framework with the transparency of technology can really help us reach the right framework.
So, what really motivated Religare Enterprise to get into a partnership with NASSCOM?
It is very cost effective. They understand your requirement. They have the time and energy to do it. And that is far more indigenously, it is better than taking these solutions from all over the world. One, of course, in my company, we have the whole technology wing. But this technology wing, if it gets more strength from NASSCOM and the existing startups which are already working on those fields, we don't need to duplicate that. And we can actually synergistically adapt them, we can invest in them, and we can be their biggest consumers as well. Keeping that in mind, and knowing and interacting with them, and they understand what is needed for the industry and making us look shine and look different, and that is the cutting edge that will help us from our competitors and our peers.
Also, can you tell my audience how this partnership will be helpful for startup ecosystem and the overall startup industry?
Ecosystem for the startup is conducive if there are companies like us who are apart from the government which are funding them. The only requirement that they have, of course, when they shine and they are already there to be utilized, what they need is the validity, the credibility, and the finances. That is where our organization comes in forefront and helps them. Through NASSCOM, NASSCOM, in fact, handholds them to innovate, handholds them to help create technology, and also backward integrate with industry like us.
Also, Religare, is a veteran player in the industry, and now there are lots of fintech apps, fintech platforms. So, how do you see AI changing the game for fintech industry?
It actually helps you reach the clientele better. It helps the penetration. It ensures that the security part and the data is very well strengthened, and also finds out the ways in which the newer business development can take place. In fact, for everything, in fact, now you need, it is basically, as you yourself said, is fintech. So the NBFC is a fintech. It has to be a technology. Finance and technology now have to go hand in hand. Without actually financial technology working together, I don't think so there is going to be the next level to be achieved.
Also, you have been in the industry for quite a long time, and Religare is also, old player in the industry. So, you guys have been working from a time when technology was very limited, and now technological exposure is, very huge. So, how you have seen this shift?
It is a sea shift. In fact, if there is, we have to keep evolving ourselves. We have to keep re-innovating ourselves. We have to keep having the best minds working on technology. We have to, earlier it used to be, technology used to be 1% or 2% dependent. Now it's a huge department. Now we have a company in itself. We've got a company in a company. So unless we really spend a lot of time, money, and energy, and we really, really focus in it, I don't think so we can be cutting edge as far as not also in India, but anywhere in the world we can stand a chance. So for innovation, we need it, and for development, we need it. And yes, from absolutely nascent understanding where from, and it is not completely digital. It is a digital technology that we're talking about now.
There is a lot of hype about funding winters. Everybody is saying there is a funding winter, while some people, some experts are claiming that there is no funding winters. So, can you tell me the exact scenario, like how funding is really going on in the fintech space?
Funding in fintech is like a deep sea or a deep well where you don't know how much to fund and what is the outcome of it. Hence, you have to be very judicious. You have to understand the requirement and whether that requirement is futuristic. Then only you should be putting your monies behind it. Does it really help the regulator reach out to the regulatory processes in an organization better, whether it helps the shareholders realize their money through the business development is better, whether the technology is helping the overall smooth governance also. That all these points put together, we have to realize the potential of the company and the growth of the company. It is directly proportional to the funding and the technology then which can suffice all these things. It cannot be done blindly. It has to be very specific to the needs, and it has to be done indigenous to the each company. So based on that, I am very happy to say that the value for money is to put money behind the technology appropriately.